Store zombie grub.
Little.
Spawning here in the top left corner of the map. They just got cheesed out. I'm sorry, I'm going to swap these overlays around to match the names. It's not going to actually match their spawn locations. But anyways, in the top left corner of the map, it's going to be the Red Archon, Demuslim, and Bunny crying Imba, Imba, Imba.
In the bottom right, it says the Teal Archon. It's Lambo and Targa.
And I would really like to clear this up because I don't even want to see dumb jokes like this made in chat, guys. But the folks at Rocketbeans TV are excellent people who come from a community outside of StarCraft 2, who have introduced StarCraft 2 to their fans for the first time. They have so many phenomenally large amount of viewers, not because of anything fishy, but because they have just a very strong fan base. They used to be on German TV from what I'm told, and made the transition to the internet a little bit later, so yeah, they've just got this really awesome fan base that I am completely envious of. Because the best part is, there's so, like, every time we talk about them, like, it just starts this, like, heart spam in chat. Like, everybody's just too... It's like I, as a Canadian, have gone to Canada for the first time. You're like, wow, these guys are so nice. What the hell?
You know what? I've been to Canada. They are perfectly nice people. Oh, damn. That was your point.
Yes! It was.
Anyways. So this is still like, not the 3 racks.
These are Bronze League tactics, though. We're like, oh, trick them into saying things in chat. Let's talk them out. Like,
well, I just like that they said you cheesers, and that's when they're cheesers. That's my favorite part. But the Overlord saw the SCV come back home and probably noticed that it never scouted. Like, I mean, that's a little suspicious. So, we know it's on the way, but here's the first Reaper, and it's pretty quick, so.
Yup.
He does know for sure now.
I mean, Sixlings are still coming out. He's going to have to deal with this, but again, these units snowball pretty hardcore. Where they were finding great success with Hellions and Cyclones, if they can get to that point in the game, that's great. But the Reapers just do so much, and the on-tilt factor you get from these little grenades is, I think, something a lot of folks don't consider.
You know, I really hope that they improve the physics engine in Legacy of the Void even further than they did for Heart of the Swarm, and so that when, you know, they have new animations when they get blown back by the grenades, assuming they stay in the game.
Oh, there's no way they stay in the game. I hope that they do it, though, like, just for the sake of, like, you'll see, like, corpses go flying in the air, and they'll do a flip. I want to see a Ling do a flip.
Yeah.
Like, when he gets hit by the grenade, does, like, a backwards somersault or something like that.
Wow. That's exactly what I want to see. So it looks like they're starting things up very similar and following it up very similar to the very first game. So into a tank drop. They already lost 1 Reaper, though. We always talk about how these snowball, so that's already kind of not in their favor. They scout that it's a very quick lair as well. Their time on the tank drop is going to be very limited.
Yeah, I mean, the lair is indicative of 2 very scary things. One's the Nidus Worm, one's the Mutus. You know, they just said, why not do Nidus every game? And they might be saying, okay, well, let's do Nidus again then.
Well, I don't think Nidus could be the choice here. I mean, would it work out if you're being attacked and you just attack them with a Nidus?
They've taken, like, no gases, though, is my question. Oh, there we go. 2 more came from the natural, finally. Because the thing is, like, no, you're not exactly rushing that Nidus Worm out. The point isn't to get the fastest possible Nidus Worm, because what good is it if there's nothing to put inside of it? But, you know, we don't see a Roach Warren really down. We don't see 4 gases for a Spire. I don't know which direction this is going, and I'm a little bit just kind of scratching my head here.
They probably messed with it a little bit, just like plain and simple. They wanted to go for a fast Spire, but then they realized that, you know, oh, that layer was 20 seconds too fast, because that Spire was only 20 gas off from being put down immediately. So there it is now, and it is going to deal with the tank drops really well. Red Archon basically has to do whatever damage they can here, then buy time, which may be at the cost of a tank and a medevac, which is quite expensive, and then defend. But if they do, then it's no problem. Like, this game, I don't want to say that it's won if they get to Cyclones, but
it might. Good. It's maybe. We still haven't seen proper response to it. We haven't seen Targa embrace his full Swarm Host style where you put a lettuce, spores, and spines and all this jazz. But this tank is he's so limited, unfortunately, despite having 2 of them. Gotta deal with those Lings.
Well, I think two of them out like this is going to do a lot here. This is where Queens suddenly don't exactly deal with it that nicely, but the Spire is finished now. They're going to lose their tank and their medevacs if they don't leave shortly.
Yeah, we were mentioning before Beastie, Cutie, and QXE as an Archon mode, Terran. They actually have really sick timings on this. Now, these guys are going to pull back at 5.5 minutes. This is pretty darn good. But QXE and Beastie, every time we saw them play, they do like exactly within 5 seconds when they should be gone. But safe than sorry. And I guess there's a little bit of Overlord schmuck here at the Natural. That's really irritating how long it took them to get a Natural base up.
That's funny. I don't usually see it at a Natural.
It's actually quite detrimental just because it did take so specifically long. But Thor will be able to hold a couple of things. It's not too problematic. Creep, man. Creep, please.
The Vikings got to go kill the third base Overlord as well, while it still has the opportunity to, where the mutas are out. Because they're going to be taking that as quickly as possible. They thought the third was finished. Oh, no, it's not. Well, I don't know what I was imagining then. So it's on its way, though. No, it's about halfway done.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Zombie grabs a butt.
Rifkin's a butt.
Ah, damn it. You got me.
Oh, I got you good.
This is always so frustrating because, like, you're not even following the rules of your own game. Like, what are you doing?
It's my game. I can make whatever rules I want.
Fair enough.
That's
so
why
Thor...
I'm going to be a game designer.
Oh, I would never play your games. Your games sound like they would suck. Thor's and the missile turrets will help drive these away for now, but it's... You're somewhat limited what you can do. I like the medevac boosting to transfer it around a little bit better, a little bit more seamlessly, but again, you're not really able to rely on just going for 4 Thors, for getting some Liberators. I really do hope to see them go down the path of the Cyclone, because even the Cyclones are pretty fantastic at dealing with the mutas. I
think they are. The one time we saw them transition into anything else, there was like the Liberators, right? And they didn't work out so well. And I think they got a much faster Liberator, so... With all that in mind, I'm going to call this one the Cyclone build. As long as they can defend against a Roach attack, actually get to about 12 Cyclones, then they'll be pretty good. They'll be pretty confident. But I think that's what Zerg is going to try and stop them from doing. This rack's positioning looks a little odd, but it's very good against Roaches. I like it, if the tanks are there.
Yeah, it'll split the forces too. They can't just all move onto one giant clump.
Yeah, that's what it's there for. But that's still going to be a lot of Roaches and not a lot of units, just straight up. Like the tanks, there's only going to be 2 tanks, 2 Thors. The rest are going to be Cyclones, which are good, but not when they're backed in a corner and not when they're on low supply. There's going to be an overwhelming amount of Roaches, potentially. Probably. I mean, look at the supply.
Yeah. Well, this attack begins. Some folks are asking about the bets. About 10,000 on Bunny into Muslim, 5,500 on Targa and Lambo.
Red Archon's in a bit of trouble. The wall does go down in time to save the tanks, as well as breaking down the rocks. Very nice.
These moves can be irritating as hell. Cyclones still don't really have a lot they can do outside of locking on. The Roach count may just be a little too much. I don't know. Where's that tank? Did they lose the second one? No, the medevac just hasn't picked it up yet. You can save the Thor, can save the tank, save the cheerleader, save the world, but none of that's gonna happen. Okay, he does get the Thor out of there alive. Tank does sadly die. Third base on location, not landing. Income gonna start being crippled by this. SCVs are going down, and Red Archon's just got no supply. Not just no army supply, no supply in comparison to their opponent.
Yeah, unfortunately, Cyclones aren't replacements for tanks versus Roaches at this stage of the
so
game.
close. They're so close to locking this down too. But the Muslim and Bunny looking to be on the outs.
Yep. Very surprising. But
GG.
There it is.
Targa and Lambo, baby. They're going to be the comeback kings. We'll see if they can, well, they've got to rematch the guys who sent them here to the losers match.